Well, Kevin Keegan putting the boot in as the two teams come out onto the pitch here at Nen Park for this pre-season friendly between Rushden and Diamonds and Newcastle United. The stars of Newcastle shining brightly tonight. And the sides are as follows. Rushden and Diamonds have Andy Lomas in goal. Tim Wooding is number 2. 3 is Nick Ashby, wearing the number 4 shirt, Andy Peaks. 5 is Steve Spooner. 6 is Al James Hannigan. 7 is Dougie Keast. 8 Gary Butterworth. Number 9 Kevin Wilkin. 10 is Dale Watkins. 11 Darren Collins. And number 12 is Andy Kirkup. 13 Darren Watts. 14 Julian Capone. And number 16, Howard Clark. We'll look at the Newcastle United side in a moment. They're in possession at the moment on that far side. It's a nice turn, and Diamonds under some pressure, but that looked to be a foul by Hannigan, and the referee gives it. Today's referee, Mr. Kirk. Almost anxiously watching the free kick, which is taken wide. This is Watson. Picks it up again. It's a useful looking ball in and headed wide. And the Frenchman David Ginola with the first chance in this match. A good crowd here tonight. Ticket sales of something like 4,600 for this match, a record here for Rushden and Diamonds. Kevin Wilkin thought he got the throw, but he hadn't. Taken by Richie Appleby. Clark threads it forward. Bit of space here now. It's Ginola again, playing it wide. Good build-up this from Newcastle United. It's played in low. The shot comes in. It took a deflection. It's been blocked and desperately hooked clear in the end. Real pressure then for Rushden and Diamonds. It was Tim Wooding that eventually cleared. It was played deep, headed goalwards, but no problems for Andy Lomas. Let's quickly run through the Newcastle United. In goal it's Steve Harbour. 2 is Steve Watson. 3 Robbie Elliott. 4 is Lee Clark. 5 Mark Thornton. 6 is Steve Howie. 7 is Ralph Fox. 8 Peter Beardsley. Number 9 is Les Ferdinand. 10 Richie Appleby. 11 David Ginola. Stuart Elliott wearing the number 12 shirt. Keane is 13 and number 14 Paul Bryson. Newcastle United side, and in possession for them now it's Appleby. But, that move just breaking down, but Beardsley picks it up. Plays it wide. Elliott with the patient build-up. Clark and Newcastle not being allowed to come forward. This is Fox. Making a bit of progress now. Looks to get the cross in, but it was charged down. Fox again. Again charged down. Good defending on that far side by Nick Ashby. Still Fox though. Gets around his man. Looks to play the 1-2, but a goal kick. Appleby. Wants the return, but Ginola showing some nice skills on the ball. Chips it into the middle. Ferdinand. Big money signing, of course, from Queen's Park Rangers, Les Ferdinand. Ginola looks for the shot. For the moment, it's passed him by. This is Clark. Now Beardsley. This is well within shooting distance for Beardsley, but it was taken off of him by Spooner, and a chance for Diamonds to break now. Darren Collins on that far side. And running right into Watson, really, who takes the ball back, and Newcastle once more build from the back. Long ball forward, no one there. Header was by Kevin Wilkin, of course, a recent recruit to Roger Ashby's team, coming from Rushden and Diamonds League neighbours Northampton Town. This is Watkins. And running into his own feet really there. Ferdinand. A tussle going on then between Ferdinand and Hannigan. This is Butterworth. And perhaps then a chance for Wilkin, but it just passed him by. This is Clark. Good work on that occasion by Ferdinand. Looks very strong on the ball, doesn't he? Still Ferdinand. Fox. Cross played in, it's deep, but it's headed back towards goal, but no one there for Newcastle United. And Diamonds again, just playing it forward. Some defending needs to be done here. Oh, good goalkeeping. It wasn't the easiest of balls to deal with, but Harper did well. This is Ginola, plays it wide to Ralph Fox. That was a very poor ball. Kevin Wilkin. He gives it away too. Now Beardsley. Again, perhaps a chance for Beardsley. Gets the shot in low, but always going wide. Not too far wide, but I think Andy Lomas, seeing that Rushden and Diamond's goal, had it covered. Fox. And it comes, aimed towards Ferdinand, who got up for it. And that's over the top. That's good defending. Now coming forward on the ball, Butterworth plays it forward, but the Newcastle defender makes a mistake, and some sharp work then, almost giving Rushden and Diamonds the lead. It was Darren Collins who had the shot. Headed in, and well, Newcastle just for the moment are in some trouble. Wooding with this corner. Only half cleared, and that shot way over the top. Here's Ginola. Good tackle. Wilkin. That's a good ball. Now Darren Collins in some space. Can he pull it back? The goalkeeper's come. Wilkin gets it in. Oh, and so close. Dale Watkins was just inches away, but the danger still not passed for Newcastle. Wilkin tries to get the shot in. Couldn't get any power behind it, but just look at this play from Darren Collins. A great ball in. Just inches away from Dale Watkins, making it 1-0. Beardsley. Beardsley, and that's a good header and a great save. A tremendous cross from Beardsley, a flying header from Ferdinand, and a cracking save from Lomas. Ferdinand. He looks so strong on the ball as Ferdinand gets the shot in. Oh, it's gone under the keeper, and Newcastle take the lead. You see they're way outside the area, and no doubt Andy Lomas will be a little disappointed with that goal. Fox. Played in again. Ferdinand again causing the problems, and it's a corner. Desperate defending in the end, but it was effective enough. Ferdinand again got up for that one. Bounced a bit awkwardly, but Lomas has got it. Fox. Knocks it back. So Newcastle have a lead. Les Ferdinand, summer signing from Queen's Park Rangers, the man responsible for it. Here he is again. Ferdinand, that's a cracking shot, but it was wide. Does look as though he's going to be causing Premiership defences a few headaches this season, and Kevin Wilkin could be causing the Newcastle defence one at the moment. He just couldn't get the shot in. Thornton puts it behind. Wooding's corner headed away, and Newcastle making a change. It's number 12 Stuart Elliott that's come on, replacing number 2 Steve Watson.
Substitution for Newcastle.
There's Peaks. This is Wilkin. Forward by Keast. That was a good cross from a difficult angle. Now a chance, Wilkin. Oh dear. Kevin Wilkin straight at the keeper. Beardsley. It's not a bad ball by Beardsley. Ferdinand with a little back heel. This is good stuff. Oh, and it just went wide in the end. Again, a fumble really by Lomas, but he got enough on it to just deflect it for the corner. Beardsley, good shot. Worth a bang from Peter Beardsley. Just a few minutes before half time. Well, it's a good tackle. Wilkin, and he leaves it. That's a good ball forward. Now perhaps a chance for Darren Collins. Just knocked it back. Couldn't quite find Wilkin, but it's certainly causing Newcastle problems up front. Wilkin just thread that ball through again to Collins, who's got the shot in, and it took a deflection for the corner. And still Diamonds in the dying minutes of this half putting the pressure on. Wilkin turns, gets the ball in, but just too close to the keeper. Given away, really. This is Howie. Beardsley. Chip forward again for Beardsley. It's a good ball in. Ferdinand was there, but so was Wooding. It'll be a corner. Newcastle with the late pressure. Beardsley, only seconds really left now before half time. Just a matter of how long Mr. Kirk has put on for stoppages. Perhaps one last chance for Diamonds to get back on level terms, but was asking a bit much of Kevin Wilkin, that ball. Here's Lee Clark. Ferdinand. Beardsley's going to keep the pressure up right until the last. Wooding plays it wide. Nice little chip ball forward. That is looking for Kevin Wilkin. But good defending from Howie. Wilkin. Not a bad ball in, but again the Newcastle defence big enough and strong enough. referee's whistle brings to an end an entertaining 45 minutes. Newcastle United thanks to Les Ferdinand lead by a goal to nil. Well, Diamonds have number 12 Andy Kirkup on for this second half. This is Rolf Fox for Newcastle United. Peter Beardsley. Ball goes out for Newcastle's throw. You can see there in that stand opposite a fair number of black and white shirts. Incredible following Newcastle have home and away, even in pre-season friendlies. Here's Les Ferdinand. That's a good ball by Ferdinand and a good save from Lomas. Bowls it out wide, trying to get Rushden Diamonds underway as quickly as possible. It's a good tackle, but it's gone out. Newcastle's throw taken quickly. This is Clark. Knock forward was by number 7 Keast. Newcastle back in possession. Here's Rolf Fox. Still Fox. Nice turn inside number 12 for the Diamonds, Kirkup. But here he is. Knocks it forward. Here's Wilkin. Seen a lot of the ball in this match, Kevin Wilkin. And Roger Ashbury's new recruits tries a shot, and that was a good effort too by Kevin Wilkin. Good run, he just cuts inside. Not the easiest of angles to shoot from, and that really wasn't far wide at all. This is Kirkup in some space. Oh, good tackle. Newcastle coming forward once more. Still, that one goal scored by Les Ferdinand is what separates these two sides. Here's Fox. Well, couldn't quite get it then, Rolf Fox, from almost an inaccessible position where the ball was sat. It's good harrying up front, and Diamonds coming forward now through Capone. Ideal, it was a good effort. Keane, the keeper who's on this half, had to react sharply there and pulled off a good save. Good effort from Julian Capone. Fox. Still Fox. Good ball in, no, and a tremendous save. Ferdinand, well, you'd have put money on him to score that one. Look at this, a tremendous cross from Fox. Ferdinand was so high, but a good fingertip save from Lomas keeps Newcastle out. Here's Beardsley, looking again for Ferdinand, showing what a key member of the Newcastle team he'll be this season. Fox. Diving header, I'm not sure if it had been pushed. Headed up into the air, still in the danger zone. Keeper came and flapped a little bit, and Les Ferdinand this time doing a good defensive job. Fox. That's a good ball. Clark. Good stuff this by Newcastle. Little back heel. This is good build-up. Wasn't far wide either, the effort from Ginola. Right to the byline, across the face of the goal, and it just wanted a touch from Rolf Fox. Plays it back. And the cross comes in and no one's there. Once again, the black and white stripes of Newcastle, especially those worn by Les Ferdinand, putting pressure on the Rushden and Diamonds defence, but they've got the throw this time. It's Kirkup playing it forward and Darren Collins running out of pitch. Keast. It's not a bad ball forward. Well, good defending. It's a throw. Beardsley. Oh, that's good work by Beardsley, but good defending too from Dougie Keast. Playing it around delightfully at the moment, Newcastle, and there's only one got between the sides, but at the moment Newcastle are really showing their class. Oh, that's delightful. Now, are we going to get the shot? The build-up has been excellent. Made wide, Ginola. Well, he's got another throw. It's not a bad looking ball in. The keeper's fisted it away, but only as far as Ferdinand, one of the Diamonds defenders, managed to get to the ball, but couldn't change the course of it far enough, and Les Ferdinand and Newcastle lead by 2-0. You see the keeper palmed it away, Ferdinand just nods it in. I think it was Butterworth. But whatever, it's 2-0 to Newcastle. Peaks. Wilkin. Chip forward nicely and good goalkeeping. This is Beardsley pushing forward again. Just over an hour of the match gone. Newcastle 2, Rushden and Diamonds 0, but a pretty impressive performance from the side that play their football in a considerably lower division than the Premiership side, the Beezer Homes League Premier Division. A division they finished 5th in last season, and a division they'll be hoping to get out of this season. Here's Ginola. And the shot, well, it looked to me as though Lomas was laying down before the ball got to him. Diamonds making a change. It's Kevin Wilkin coming off. Dale Watkins coming on. Beardsley's corner floated in, away by Collins. Beardsley. Ginola. Very nonchalant about it. Gets the ball in though. Drifts right across. Fox picks it up again. Appleby back to Fox. Oh, nicely done by Rolf Fox. Ball went a long way across the Rushden and Diamonds goal, but they pick it up and bring it forward now with Capone. Well, it's gone out for a Diamonds throw. Keast. Well, Ferdinand got it back briefly, and Newcastle this time do get it back, but the referee saw an infringement. It's a free kick. Oh dear, there's a mistake, and Collins' shot took a deflection, which took all the pace off of it, really, in the direction. It's a nice turn. Oh, taking a bit of a buffeting then was number 14, Paul Bryson. Keith plays it forward, and Collins trying to shoulder charge his way through past Howie, but he didn't manage it. That's a good ball in, and Keane forced to put it behind for the corner. Darren Collins just waiting on the penalty spot for that ball, but didn't quite reach him. Played in and headed wide. Wow, Diamonds, a good spell of pressure this. Players calling for it inside the penalty area. That's a good header and a good save. Is it clear? Well, a tremendous save from Keane. The ball headed on. Dale Watkins got a foot to it. He was always stretching. And a good save from Keane. And Kevin Keegan just off the bench now, just having a few words, just redirecting the troops, making a change. There's Ferdinand, having scored a couple, is going off, and no doubt having made a reasonable impression, I'm sure, on his manager and his supporters. This is Kirkup. And the ball then deflected, but Diamond still in possession. However, briefly, it's Ralph Fox now, doing well. He's looked a busy, industrious player this evening, and hasn't been easy to deal with the Diamonds' defence. And that wasn't a particularly good clearance. Here's Darren Collins. Darren Collins with a shot. Left-footed shot just on the edge of the box, but Keane perfectly positioned. Change of keepers then for Rushden and Diamonds. And some early action. And some more action. He's going to get himself in a bit of a mess if you don't watch out, but that's not a bad clearance. Clark, he's had a good game. Lee Clark, been at the heart of most of Newcastle's moves. Just thinking, busy little player in the middle of the pitch, picking the ball up. And there you see, looking for the man running. And on that occasion, the ball just a little bit disappointing. Beardsley. Played all the way back to Keane. Here's Clark again. By my watch now, there are less than 10 minutes remaining. As Beardsley once again jinks on that left-hand side. Just couldn't quite find a way through this time. Capone. Now Diamond's pushing forward. This looks promising. Watkins. patiently just coming forward. Now the ball's played into the box, looking for the player. That's Darren Collins, who's unmarked. Collins, and surely a goal. Perhaps a suspicion of offside indeed. A flag up. Peter Beardsley shoots. Good save. Beardsley anywhere within about 30 yards of the goal with Peter Beardsley is well within shooting distance. Here's Fox. It's not a bad effort either. Now Collins. Is he going to get a shot in? Darren Collins, he has, but just couldn't quite get the power behind it. Clark again. Watkins into Fox. Good tackle, but Newcastle again just keeping the pressure on at the moment. Well, it was Howie that was pushing forward. Clark again. Fox just managed to keep the ball in play but couldn't do anything with it. That'll be a goal kick. This is Watkins. A good game, Watkins. That's not a bad effort either by Watkins, and indeed it's a goal. Well, Dale Watkins deserves that goal. It was a delightful chip from the edge of the box. The keeper just got a hand to it, but tremendous vision from Watkins. Saw the keeper was off his line. And a delightful goal to make it Rushden and Diamonds 1, Newcastle United 2. Just a couple of minutes to go. Now Fox. Fox again. Still Fox, can he make it 3? Good save. Well, Diamonds could still snatch a draw here tonight. Obviously it's a friendly and so points not at stake, but it will be nice against such a top quality side as Newcastle United to come away with a draw, but no doubt the main objective of the evening to provide the excellent support that Rushden and Diamonds have with some top class entertainment has been filled. Here's Clark. Well, the electric scoreboard there shows that we've got just 1 minute of this match remaining. It's a Diamonds throw. Spooner. Collins. Capone's ball in, but it was deflected away, and Newcastle once again push forward now. This is Ginola. Still Ginola, plays it wide, but good defensive work. Ginola again picks it up. He felt he might have been fouled, but play on. Newcastle back in possession. Now Clark. Still Clark. Appleby. Clark again. Elliott. And Newcastle forced all the way back to their keeper. Playing stoppage time now. And content perhaps just to knock it about between them. Here's Clark. Oh, Diamonds pick it up again. They won't be content just to knock it back and knock it about between them. They'll want to push forward, see if they can get this equaliser. Here's Darren Collins. Plays it into the danger area. Oh, and just wide. Well, Watkins, who scored Diamonds' goal, was so close then to getting a second. Ginola. Oh, it might still fall now for Newcastle, perhaps. That's number 3. A nonchalant strike, just picked his spot. And Paul Bryson puts Newcastle 3-1 ahead in the last minute of this match.
Scored by Paul Bryson.
Well, Rushden and Diamonds getting us underway, but can only be a matter of seconds now before tonight's referee, Mr. Kirk, brings an end to the proceedings. And indeed, it's all over. Kevin Keegan comes across to Roger Ashby. Newcastle on the night the 3-1 winners, but no doubt both of these sides in their respective divisions will be forces to reckon with in the coming campaign. Newcastle, of course, challenging for honours in the Premiership. For Rushden and Diamonds, a place in the GM Vauxhall Conference, the goal. Final score here tonight in this pre-season friendly: Rushden and Diamonds 1, Newcastle United 3.
Roger, how did the players and more particularly you enjoy that?
Yeah, I enjoyed every minute of it, to be quite honest. You know, before the game started, I just didn't want us to get, really hammered, 8, 9 or 10 goals against us, to be honest, because the quality that Newcastle United have got with the squad, that could have happened. But I was more than delighted with the performance of my lads, and the scoreline says it all, really.
What does this tell you about your club as a whole, how they're progressing?
Well, I just feel we had 4,600 spectators here this evening without a bit of trouble, and the game was played in the right spirit. And I think, from my personal point of view, performance-wise, I just think it just shows that we have got a lot of good players here at Nem Park, and let's hope we can do well in the league this season in the Beezer Homes Premier Division and get into the conference, and then we're not too far away from the Football League.
It must be great to be able to invite a team like Newcastle and know that you can be proud of what you've got to show them.
Well, that's right. Newcastle came down this morning, actually, and came to the stadium and looked at the pitch for the first time, and they were amazed by it, in actual fact. And we invited them to use our training facilities, and which are practically as good as the main pitch. And they were all saying, Peter Beardsley, Kevin, they were all saying, what high standard it was, and we're a club with a future, and that's the way we look at it.
And what did Kevin Keegan say to you on the final whistle?
Well, he said if you play like that every week, you should romp your league. That's what he said.